her boy at Free Speech TV, and I'm with Niaz Kasravi. I hope that's correct, Niaz,
that's
right?
great.
And she is on the lifeblood, the pulse of the NAACP and the Criminal Justice Department. How long have you been doing this, Niaz?
With the NAACP for about 2.5 years.
How's it going?
It's going good. Criminal justice has been an issue that the NAACP has worked on since our inception.
Yes.
It's mostly been worked on at the local and state level and at our legislative bureau. So we've never had a national program that prioritizes criminal justice issues and works on them proactively. So we're about 2 years old.
So you've been with it since its inception.
I have been. I have been.
I mean, you say criminal justice. I mean, that's a huge slice of an agenda, isn't it?
It is. It is. There are a lot of issues to cover. There's a lot of work to do, but there's also no other, greater place to do it than here with the association.
What kind of staff do you have?
For the criminal justice team, we are stellar staff of 3. And we're growing. We're growing.
Right.
For a program that's 2.5 years old, we're doing good.
What's the current issue that you're very, very much concerned with?
So we have several top priority issues. One of them is sentencing reform and addressing mass incarceration. The other is reentry and challenges of people coming back from prisons and jails and trying to find jobs.
Yes.
Another is law enforcement accountability, and the fourth of the campaigns is sort of violence reduction and ensuring that the voices of crime survivors from our communities are heard in the public safety arena. But one of the main cases we're working on is the Troy Davis case.
Troy Davis.
Which
he's on death row now.
He's on death row. His guilt and the evidence that was used against him is highly in question. 7 of the 9 witnesses that have testified against him have now recanted and said that they were forced by law enforcement officials to single him out. But it becomes very difficult at this stage of the game to stop this process because he doesn't just have to prove doubt at this point.
Yes.
He has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he didn't do it. And I think that is a very high standard for anybody to meet. But we have a system where we really have to fight to save a life.
Yes.
This is an innocent man that's on death row, and we need to kind of, give it all we got to keep him from being,
exactly executed. And we do have, at the NAACP, isn't there a general policy on the death penalty?
Yes, we are opposed to the death penalty.
Yes.
We are against the death penalty.
Right. Because it exists in, some 24, 25 states?
It does exist, and you're familiar, and I'm sure many of your viewers are familiar with the disparities.
Yes.
And the unfair ways in which it is
impacting certain communities.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. So yes, we are opposed to the death penalty.
Yeah. What's the current, in terms of the strategy that you have dealing with a case like Troy Davis?
So we are working
you want
with
a new trial, or is it?
No, at this point, all the appellate sort of opportunities are, I believe, not on the table for us. It is going to be in the hand of the Board of Pardons in Georgia.
I see.
To determine Troy's fate.
Any other issues you'd like to talk about? Any special concerns? I know you got a tremendous budget.
Oh, huge! No, it's a lot. It's a lot of work that we're doing, and with 3 staff, and like I said, we're growing. One of the major accomplishments of the last year was a report we put out titled Misplaced Priorities, which looks at how much money we have spent as a nation on incarceration versus education.
That's something.
And yes, and in the current fiscal crisis that we see happening across this country in all of the states, and we look at the fact that crime hasn't gone down, public safety hasn't increased, and yet we're slashing our education budget, and we're building new prisons, we're laying off teachers, and we're building new beds to incarcerate people. People that many of whom need to be in treatment or rehab or in other diversion programs so that they can overcome the challenges in their lives and get back and be members of the community and have, families and lives. We're locking them up. So the report really focuses on that.